Hello, my name is Ian and I am Butcher to Vegan. Saturday nights with Saturday Night Live. And until we get a few of the regulars on board, I'm going to do some waffle and in a minute I'm going to eat a donut. So I got a couple today. Been a very, very good day. And I've been to the Fars Open Day and did a bit of helping out there where I could. Limited in my abilities, but out to help where I could today. So yeah, it's been a very good day. And it's a really good day, and I know people will watch this on catch up, so sorry you watch donuts and what have you. They're from Golden Glade. And I got the Biscoff, and I got the Homer, which is probably my favourite because it's pretty. It's pink, pretty and pink. Got a Biscoff and a Homer. And my daughter had the cookie dough, which she's never tried it. Hello, I was watching. And I had my son-in-law got him the lemon one. So I'm going to stuff my face in a minute, but I'm going to try and hold on for a minute. Oh, yeah. Hope you're well. Whoever's logged on already, that's a quick one. I really appreciate it. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good day. Like I've said at the beginning, Fars Open Day today, so I was there. It's been good. I'll do a bit of an announcement on a few things to do with that when we've got a few more on board, just because, But if you've got any questions, any thoughts, any feelings, please get them out there. It's a beautiful day, and I appreciate you tuning in to watch already. So please, if you've got anything you want to say, just send a message. It's great. Oh, sorry, I really rushed around today. I dropped Frankie at my daughter's yesterday evening after I took her in Digby for. She's there next to me now, though, chilling out. Did the Fars Open Day all day, rushed, but got sidetracked talking to a few wonderful people there. And they asked me, do you know when you go to a vegan sanctuary, it's a vegan open day, there are going to be non-vegans there, of course, but generally the mood's good, the environment's good, it's all nice. It's it can be a bit chaotic when you're on the store selling things, which we were doing, but generally good people, so it makes a good atmosphere. Enjoying that, so I'm going to have to hide my donuts. Come on, boy. Come on. I'll have them later. I'm not going to stuff my face, but it's not on my hand. Yeah, so it's been a lovely day. So I did the Fars Open Day, which is it's a good time, not on the laptop, mate. Really got a bad habit of wanting to lie on the keyboards at the moment. Yeah, and Frankie is just here. I'll get her in properly in a minute. Yeah, just that. Yes, it's been a great day. Did the Fars Sanctuary. Got there 9 o'clock. Opened at 10:30. Did a bit of this, that, and the other. And I meant to leave at 4, and I probably left 10 to 5 or so. So it's been a full-on day, and then I had to get home, drop a few things off, go and pick Frankie and Digby up, take them for a walk at the local hill, which is Leckhampton. Take Digby home, saw my daughter for 5 minutes, gave her some donuts and some body care items that I'd won in the Trombola, and then get back, shower, and I'm here. So it's been a full-on day from start to finish. You had a good day? Okay. What are you panting for? Yar, missed you. She was. I'm sure she had a wonderful time, but my daughter is not as soft as me, Emma, is she? Eh? What's the matter? What's the matter? Yeah. And what I do like about Frankie is, if Ty wants attention, Frankie wants attention. You're just like a. Yes, you are. Yeah, like a big baby. Yeah. Like I said, it's been a full-on day. It's been very productive, very good. And that's how you want it. Oh. So, yeah, it's been a really good day. And that's what I'm saying. What are you panting off? If you're the first one on board, she's only just started panting like that. What? No. Really? Come on. I always say this every video. I never work with children or animals. Yes. I did. If you're a regular, who's watching, you give me a thumbs up straight away, so that's appreciated. If you're a regular, I've said that this channel is all about the monetization to help Fars out, and I did give the donation today. That's a video which I'll repeat this later on. So please, I'm sorry if you're going to hear it twice, but when there's half a dozen or a dozen on board, I will be repeating myself, I'm sure. So I'm going to say the money has been transferred over given to Fars now, so that's my piece to them, which I said I would do. So I will say this now: if you watch the adverts and you don't want to watch the adverts, the money's be coming to me for a short while going forward. So, which I've explained a little bit previously, and I'll go over in depth next week. Now that I've given the money over and I know exactly what I raised, and I'm going to do a how much I made on YouTube video, because it's people like it. It might give me a few views, might help a bit, and I want to be transparent about it also. Now, I'm going to do that next week. I've got a list of things to do. There'll be an update if you've been following on there'll be the usual food shop. I haven't got enough items to do a vegan food review, really. I might do, could be a short one, I suppose. But my priority is the food shop. There'll be a bit more on the Fars Open Day. I'm actually volunteering at Fars next week, because a lot of the guys that are there week in, week out, 360, when I say 365, but they're going to Vegan Camp Out and they've got a store there next week. So if it's something you go to, check them out when you're there. They're really good. So it's a very Fars orientated mode for me at the moment, because I've had a good day, and it was all down to being around really good people that it's right. It's your people, isn't it? When you get around people that have the same mindset of you, following as you just click, and it's just so relaxing. It's peaceful. It's lovely, to be honest with you. Good for the body, good for the mind, good for the soul. Most importantly, it's good for the soul and the animals. I did a short video of Tom. I've got a couple of shorts in. There's a funny bit in one, which I'll check it before I release it, to be honest with you, because I think it's funny. But it involves a bit of miscommunication and me getting told off before they realised that I was doing what I'd asked if I could do. So it's all cool. It was all in good jest, and I might put it out. We'll see. Right, so we've got 3 on board at the moment. If you've got any questions, any thoughts, anything at all, just put them out. It helps the flow go, and it's really difficult to start the ball rolling at first, as I always say. Yeah. What are you panting for? Hey, what's going on? What are you doing? I tell you what I will do. Well, there's a couple of you on board. At Fars, they have which is I'm going to start off there. Fars is Farm Animal Rescue Sanctuary. It's based 6-7 miles outside Stratford upon Avon, and it's run by. It was founded by a young. Sorry, Carol, I can't really say young. She's I'm going to say 62. She's 82 on the 20th of August. So yeah, she's not exactly young. She's youngish, middle-aged. Let's call her middle-aged, Carol. And a lot of work's done by Ellie and Ben, who are there virtually as much as they can, 24/7. And then there's a core of helpers. And because I live too far away, it's only 30 miles, but it takes an hour with the roads and what have you. On a good day, it takes 57 minutes from my door, so a good hour. So I try and raise funds to help them as much as I can and do a bit. I'm going over next weekend, because I did say Saturday, but it will be Sunday, because I'm at the ice hockey and going out for a vegan meal, which I'll do some bits on next Saturday. So run over. Right, they do just before last October, they had an auction. And they had a load of things to raise funds for Fars, and they had an auction of different things. And I put some bids in on some things, and I've got the box there, and I can promise you, I know what I had a quick sneak. I remember that I put some I put the bids in because there were a couple of cookbooks, and I thought I could do with them for my vegan food review, my vegan cookbook review. And the more cookbooks you have, the more you can. With the more cookbooks you have, the more you can get done. Gives you more work. It gives you more to work with. So I did that. But then I was looking at some items. I can distinctly remember thinking, you know what? They're not being very highly bid on. I'm going to bid on them to up the price. And I won far more than I wanted, to be honest with you. Sorry. I won more prizes than I won. And I've got this box. I'm just going to pick it up, put it here, and then we'll go through it. I know what one item is, because I opened the box up. I thought, I don't know what the books are. I really honestly don't remember what the books are. I won a number of things. Spent a lot of money. I spent a fair bit of cash, fair bit of a few dollars, sort of thing, whatever your currency is. I spent a bit on these things, and it's a big book. And I thought, I want to pay the postage. It's all extra, isn't it? Postage is not cheap these days. and I was meant to have collected it on Saturday, December the 12th. Saturday, December the 13th last year. And it was the day before I had my car accident. So I really, really wasn't. Hello, Jane. Hope you're well. Okay, waiting for the ad to run. Yeah, Jane. Hope you're well, Jane. I went to fast today. It was a really good day. I'm going to send you a message because I want to go through a couple of bits with some stage, this, that, and the other, just to help me out. Jane does a lot to do with fast. Yeah, she may be up north, but she participates in helping the fundraising and everything else for the well-being of the animals at fast. So yeah, I've got Jane. I'm just going to go through the thing I won in the auction last autumn, which I've not seen. Because I've been to Fars a couple of times, but there's been the items ended up with another volunteer, Caroline, and they ended up in Malvern, which I'm far closer to. It's closer than Fars, but it's still 45 minutes away. And we never met up to get the box. I said we're going to go for a coffee and a cake or what have you, and it never happened. So we finally connected today. During the week we spoke, and I've got this box of goodies that I won at Fars auction, and I don't know what I've won. I know I'm not going to want it all. Box? This box here. What's in the box? It's me again, wasn't it? But I will say there is one thing I saw, and I thought, I'm glad I won that. But I won these things on the auction. But I was looking at the price. The truth is, I was looking at the prices that the bids that were going in, and I thought it's worth more than that. So I thought, I was trying to be clever, to be honest with you. I'll pay that for this. But I won't go above that, and hopefully they get more than that so someone else to get it. But I won some things that I don't want. I know that. But I forgot I won these. Oh, wow. Multi-cut dog clipper kit. And it's brand new, still sealed up. And I'm quite looking forward to this. I don't know what to say. I won this. I know what my total was. I'll tell you at the end what the total was. I can remember the total, but I don't know how much I bid for these, but I won these bad boys. And I'm so chuffed with that. I am chuffed at that, to be honest with you. Now, I'm going to do the cookbooks first, because I know these are cookbooks. I don't know what books I don't know what anything else is. I don't know what books these are. I bid on them. I can't tell you how much. I will give you the grand total of what I bid at the end, okay? Goodness Community Vegan Cookbook, 125. Oh, right. Comforting chickpea curry. Butter beans and tikka masala sauce. Lentils and mushroom chunky curry. Kale salad with roasted chickpeas. Well, that was a nice one. There was a pumpkin soup one. A Small Planet burger. Beautiful beetroot borscht. I'm glad. Whatever I know already, I'm going to love this book. Yeah, Caroline is lovely. Spent some time. We had a good chat. One of the reasons I was late getting home was because I had a chat with Caroline, because she was, we haven't caught up properly. Our paths just haven't crossed. But yeah, they crossed, but they haven't crossed since I won the. And she did it also. Some of this, I'm sure, could become. So I'm glad I won that cookbook. Yeah, Caroline's a lovely lady. We had a proper chat. I had a good chat with Ellie. I will private message you, James. Right, vegan Chinese cookbook, 75 delicious. Sour and spicy pickled daikon, which is Daikon. Oh, it's a radish. Okay. Silken tofu salad. Kung pao potatoes. Chili garlic tofu pasta with mixed vegetables. I knew I wanted the cookbook, so I'm glad I won these. Vegetable stir fry vermicelli. Pumpkin millet congee. So I've seen 2 pumpkin recipes, and last year I had pumpkins. Scallion pancakes. Purple sweet potato sponge cake. Okay. What's the matter, Frankie? Tofu from scratch. How to make tofu? You got me. Homemade soy milk, mock meat, tofu. I'm glad I won that, to be honest with you. Again, I don't know what I've been. I will give you the grand total at the end. Vegan on the go. Fast, easy, affordable, anytime, anywhere. There you go. 100 creative recipes. Just topped it. These are the ones that I won in the auction last autumn. I picked them up today, which is guacamole, hummus, kale. Now, tell you what, I'm going to spicy kale crisp. I've tried making kale in the air fryer. Do not do it. It blows up. It didn't work for me. Smoked tofu in crunchy veg sushi. I'm not a big fan of smoked tofu, but broccoli cakes. I need some with mango and avocado salsa. I need something that makes me like broccoli. To be honest, Asian noodle salad. I can't say that word. Italian bread. Panzanella. Yeah. Little quinoa balls with mint sauce. I remember I did a video right at the very beginning of me being vegan. I said quinoa, and I got mocked big time. Sweet potato, yeah, I don't. They use sweet potato, and I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've seen a few cake recipes where they use sweet potato, but I like beetroot brownies, so I'm not gonna potato risotto. I don't know. I might be able to do that in this diet plan. To be honest with you, I'm not going to show that. I'll do that because I might do that recipe. What have we got? Fried rice with pineapple and cashew nuts. Forget the cashew nuts. I'd have that. I'm allergic to nuts. Indian vegetable pancakes. Okay, I knew I would bid. I wouldn't bid on a cookbook if I didn't want it, so I'm pleased with that. Can I get that on? Bear with me because I can't. Like I'm having trouble reading, even though I've got my own. You know what I mean? My glasses on. Let's see if I can get it up. How do I do that? Sorry, just bear with me, guys. I thought I might wanted to. I'm struggling to read the comments. They're so small on the screen. And if I adjust it, I find it difficult. So bear with. Got my TV just so I can see. No, because I'm live. It won't let me do it. I believe. Are you watching? I might be able to read on there. I have trouble with, and straight away I get a big long advert. Sorry. Yeah, and cashew pudding. They had at Fast, they had a cupcake. They had a cupcake. Yeah, not cupcake, cheesecake store, but it was all made with nuts. I couldn't. I've got it up, and guess what? I can't read what it says on there, so I'll get rid of that. I think. I'm trying to read. Yeah, the beetroot in cake is great. Yeah, I've got a feeling that if you sweet potato might be an hidden thing that I might enjoy it in. To be honest with you, you don't know until you try it, do we? Oh, look at that raspberry and chocolate windmill. That looks good. We put this there. I will look through them in a few days. I've got a couple of other books this week, and we'll see how we get on. I need to get the rest of it. Good. So I don't know what I want. What else? You know what? I don't believe. Oh my word! Christmas stockings. You know what these were for, don't you? I bid on. I know why I bid on these. R&V. I nearly said the name. R&V. The Ukrainian ladies that I have. I was going to get them some Christmas for presents. Well, I can do that this year, so it's not a problem. Oh, I wanted this as well. So far, I'm pleased with what I won. Dane. Farmer Rescue Sanctuary. Auto is no longer here. I won that. Bidded. My grammar's awful. I bid on that and I won that. I'm glad. Oh my God, what have I got here? A load of cards. I wouldn't have bid on these. I wouldn't have bid on these. Special grandma happy birthday. Am I talking to her now? Happy birthday. 50th. Now that is great. I've got a friend who's 50. 50th happy anniversary. Congratulations, baby girl. Enjoy your day. I let's just say On your special day, champagne peridot. Well, we're vegan. We do a champagne. If you didn't know, vegan. Vegan. Mr. and Mrs. A wedding card. Oh my word! I honestly didn't want these. Kind of cute, but not for me. I went, oh, that's kind of cute. Somebody's passed their test. Celebrate. I got a feeling it might be going back into this year's raffle. To be honest with you guys, women. Happy birthday, Super Dad. My dad died in 1989. Dad's cab, happy birthday. We didn't lose the game. We just ran out of time. Happy birthday. Oh my word. Best wishes. And finally, last but not least, a cute pen. So let's just say, yeah. Okay. And I know what this is. I don't actually, but I remember thinking it had no bids of any significant. I thought I want that because I don't want that going for that price. So I put a bid in, open to get the raise in it, and instead I won it. So let's see what this is the last thing. Really? There you go, whatever that means. A nice jug. Put some flowers in it. It's got rabbit on it. And poppies. No problem. I just felt it was undervalued, so I did. So that, the cards, the trimmer, the picture, and the pre-cut books, my total bidding was £75. I'm happy with that, to be honest with you. It's all for a great cause. So yeah, if I don't use this as a bars or something in the near future, it will be back in the auction for next year. The stockings are in the can have them this year, so no great hardship there. And the cookbooks I'm really looking forward to. You could give the cards to charity shops somewhere someone want them. Oh, Jane, I won't waste anything. If you do know me at all, I've got some cards upstairs as well I need to go through. And you're absolutely right. I'm off for 2 weeks. I can sort that out and do a charity run. I will do a charity shop run in the very, very near future. And they can do. You're absolutely right. I can do that with the cards. There's one or two that I will take. But oh, sorry, just a second. I put some up there this morning. Is it this morning? I think it was this morning. Oh God, I hope it was this morning. And I meant to soak it and I didn't because I was rushing around before fast. So sorry, just give me 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Yeah, it's empty. It needs soaking. It's my breakfast phone. Sorry, just be right back. Sorry about that, but that's been there a good 13 hours and it was soaking through. So I have to apologise about that. If I've lost anyone, yeah, it may have done. I'm sorry about that. I had to do that. My singing will put a few people off. Oh, yeah, I will, Jane. I'll give them to the. I will give them to. I will give them shortly to the charity shop in the next week. Yeah. So, yes. What can I say? Yeah, it was a really good day. We did really. Yeah, Jacqueline, good. Jane, good. You're very kind to Art and V. Do you know what? You wanted to embrace everything, don't you? I took them to Bolton on the Water to see. No, I took R to see the Christmas tree and Bolton because it's in the middle of the river, in the middle of the stream, which is beautiful. But you've got to do what you've got to do, to be Tizy. You've not been very well, have you, boy? Okay, okay, yeah. So yeah, matter then. Yeah, I'm not allowing you on this computer. He keeps going on this, and he's magic. He gets his paws on the, and I lose everything. No, absolutely not. I hope you can still hear me because the. Oh, what? Hang on, I'm tired. I've just not the. Sorry about that. See what I mean? He's never work with children or animals. I don't know. You're not going on there. You're not doing it. Today is International Cat Day. Frank is just there and he's looking at. Yeah, okay. It's your day, boy. Ty's birthday's in May. Frank's is next week on the 19th. Well, just over a week's time on the 19th of August. We celebrate your birthday and we celebrate Digby's birthday, don't we, Gil? Yeah. You good? You just had a carrot, by the way, one right there. Yeah. What I might do going forward for the next few weeks, next Saturday, it will be on a different day purely because I've got Cardiff. Completely forgot I've got Cardiff next week, and I said I do Sanctuary on Saturday, but I'll do it on Sunday because they got shortness because Ellie and Ben and a number of the gang will be busy and all that. We'll all be at raising money for the Sanctuary at Vegan Camp Out. So yeah, I will change the day I'm doing to Sunday, and I'm going to Cardiff next Saturday to watch the ice hockey and go out for a meal. So that'd be nice. Early birthday present. Yeah, birthday season. But yeah. Oh, so after next week, next week actually, I might do it just slightly later, the video, starting at 8:30, because it's the last few weeks, it's built up as the time's gone on, and 8 o'clock maybe. And for example, it's still light outside, which is beautiful. I'm glad it's still light outside, even though it's getting dark and I've had the light on since the beginning. At the moment, for the next few weeks, I might do it 8:30 because the rushing. Okay, when the autumn and winter's here in the dark nights, I'm not out dog walking in the middle of the night, 6, 7 o'clock at night. I'm in earlier. But today, I was rushing around as well. So yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, so the fast was fantastic. They had lots of different vendors. I got some pies, all vegan, minted lamb, vegan pie, Tuscan bean, mushroom and garlic pie, and a vegetable quiche. And I've had it already. I had the pork pie. They do a vegan pork pie, which is lovely. And I bought some of the vegan lemon curd for when I'm off this program. I think it finished on the 2nd of September. So it's probably about 22 days or so, I believe, before I finish. So yeah. I was looking after my neighbour's black lab yesterday. She thinks about food constantly. I find it quite difficult not to give her loads of treats, as she seems constantly. Welcome to Frankie's world. But I do find carrots is the way with her. Carrots. But carrots are not exactly the most uncalorific food, but a big sized carrot will keep her happy for 2 minutes, and then she doesn't pester. She doesn't get that many treats. She has a breakfast first thing, and then she was fed after I brought them back from the second walk. So she really probably didn't need the carrot just yet, but I've done it, so I'm not going to complain or criticise that. The carrot's been done, and yeah, I'm happy with that. She's a good. But that's the black lab mentality, isn't it? I mean, my friend's got Luca, a black lab, and I walk a black lab called Molly, and she can be really disruptive. But if I use the T word, she's like putty, wherever she is. They all listen to the T word. It's just what you've got to do is, if you use that word, you've got to do it, because it's not right to get them to do something and then what's it doing? Oh, vegan lemon curd. My mum curd tarts on a regular basis. I just absolutely love them, especially this scoop of ice cream. Yeah, some good vegan ice creams out there, aren't there, as well? They had some little jam tarts. I I only had one. Ellie had one as well. We were working as a bit of a team this afternoon. At some stage, we were on the store together as a team. Good team. But yeah, they had some little jam tarts, and they had a Biscoff brownie, Rocky Road. They had all sorts. It's really good. But yeah, I've had this lemon curd twice before. It is very good, but not a negative. I can't. Nothing to do wrong with the curd. I just won't be having it until after. I'll have it when I have my sour. My probably first meal breakfast would be sourdough toast with lemon curd. Oh my, oh. I do. Apparently, some humans have a similar gene to black labs that make them feel hungry all the time. Must be awful. I'm a bit like that, but managed to control it on the whole. Yeah, you know what? My problem with me, I don't mind admitting it, is if I open something, it's gone. I had a packet of those barbecue flavored. What are they? They're corn things that I put up the other week. And they're calorific, but 115 grams it was. It's not a lot of gram, really, when you think about it. Gone, though. If I pick up that big bag of lentil crisps, gone. If I pick up the Tesco's finest range of crisps, the vegan ones, if I open them, the orchard, doesn't matter, sword rashes, the salt inside of it, gone. If I open a packet of biscuits, you'd be proud of me today, Jane. Open a packet of biscuits, rich tea, Oreo, doesn't matter, shortcake, gone. That's why I've cut it all out for the moment. But today, I took 12 packets of rich tea biscuits. But I will say this, I went to Sainsbury's because it's more closer on the route to Fars than Tesco's. The packets were a lot smaller, so I picked up 12 packets. And I gave a batch to the group to break up and sell but then I gave some of the young children some packets to give out, and 3 packet bunches of 15 bananas. And the bananas were great. 5 bananas for 79p. 5 bananas, so 59 or 79p, but really worth it. They're great, and they were green, which the pigs prefer green bananas. So that worked out really, really well, to be honest with you. But yeah, I didn't have a biscuit, but I did have I had a rat tart, and I had a flapjack, a Diet Coke, and a bottle of water. I bought a burger, paid for stuff I bought, and I did all that, and it was, so. But my taste it's changed slightly. I'm kind of on it and off it because of the meals I'm going out for next Saturday. I'll be going out on my birthday with my daughter and my friend in the evening. There's something I can't talk about on here, which I'm going to because it's to deal with someone else's birthday that we both know, Jane, and I can't talk about it for obvious reasons. I will after it happens. And I'm going to the Queen's Inn on the day after my birthday on the 21st. So I'm really looking forward to that, to be honest with you. Yeah, so like I said, if anyone got any questions, please put them out there. They're all appreciated. Get them out there. And like I said, so I think going forward, I might do the 8:30, which should have been 3 minutes into now, and just to make sure, because not everyone gets on board. Jane's gone, apparently. Matt Wallace put something in here. Wonder, I don't know what that is. Yeah. Only reason I can't say the one Matt is because it's a surprise for the person. And just on the off chance that person does watch this, which I doubt very much, but if she does watch it, that's enough said. It would ruin the surprise, and I don't want to be the one who ruins the surprise. I was going to say to you, going off the and yeah, Carl, as I said earlier, I gave all the money from you guys watching the adverts, the monetization money, that I gave all that to Ellie at Fast today. So I'm going to do a complete breakdown on all that, because it's a long time, actually. I've been monetized a long time, but it's not been the greatest of incomes because how it is, and they do it. And they take a chunk, rightly so, though. I'm going to say they take a chunk, rightly so. So I'm going to do a video, and I've started doing it. I know what I've took. I've taken the tax out for now, but I've given it in another way, and I'll explain all that. It's okay. It's fine. It's only curious. Have you seen Broccoli Mum? Let me check. I'll check my TV because I've turned my TV on. I'll check it. Can't remember. I'll tell you what I did while I did that. I watched a Netflix documentary this week. I watched an old one on YouTube. Let me just check Broccoli Mum, mate. I watched so many, but the name doesn't ring a bell. Yeah, I watched the dictionary. We'll talk about. Give it 10 minutes, Jane, and we'll talk about. Jane, good evening, vegan family. You're. I am Jake. Thank you. Broccoli. I'm just checking it out. The Lonely Falafel. We'll talk about fruits in the mix. We did veg last week. And we agreed that we were going to do fruits this week because we did a bit of a conversation. We'll start that at 9 o'clock, Jane. We did a bit of a conversation on veg last week, and let's just put it this way: Broccoli Mum. Okay. Double chocolate protein. Oh, you've got me sold. The best cookies for maximum weight loss. Okay, I'll give it a go. Epic LP ice cream. Have some ladyfinger. Potato pizza, and then something else, but it come on. Nut-free Nutella. Do you know what? Easy is thing to do if it lets me. I've subscribed to Broccoli Mum because I've. Oh, Ali. Do you know the thing is, if Ali doesn't get back, Ali sometimes sleeps, goes to sleep because I've done some cooking when I've you. She struggles with it, as you know. If she doesn't know, she will catch up. She will watch it, and she will then put some comments in. And anything of a reference, I'll make sure you know. Don't worry, Jane. Yeah, Ali's lovely. I've just subscribed to Broccoli Mum. I'll give that a go. Okay. Yeah. So, but I'm going to go off that for a minute. Got any more suggestions? I do watch a lot. We went through that last week as well, reading a load to the one side. But I watched this Netflix. I'm going to give you it quickly. Now, I will say this. I'm just making sure. I have to lean in because I can't even with glasses. Are you right, Franks? What's going on? Okay. I watched this program. Don't know how long it's been out. I don't go on Netflix that much, but this was good. But I will say this now. If you let me find it and go into it, and then I watched this. There it is. It's number 4 in films. Okay, it's more of a documentary, to be honest. It's by a comedian called Mo Gilligan, which I've never heard of him, but seems a nice guy. If you are, watch her interview with Chelsea May, perhaps. What is that, Broccoli Mum? Oh well. Yeah, Jane, I looked at her recipe, sounding great. She's got 263k followers, so she might be. There was there was another quite big vegan that decided she's no longer was a vegan, but is no longer a vegan. It was quite interesting. I'll do a little video on it next week purely because the way she went about it was completely different to some of. This is what I watched. It was a documentary. Ultra delicious, ultra convenient, ultra processed. This documentary digs into how I'm not going to say has taken over the world and what's costing us. Now, if you are of a nervous disposition, don't watch it. Because there are some graphic bits in there. Don't think that you've seen before, but grossness. That you. Still love you. Yeah. McGill. Sorry. This was Big Chicken, a fast food conspiracy. Hour and 38 minutes. I will watch it. I will find that as well. I will go into it. honestly, big chicken food, fast food. I started watching. I put it on to just watch something that you can tell by the first picture it's not going to be pleasant. Without because obviously children can go onto that page, but if you're a bit an adult and you understand a little bit, you know straight away it's not going to be pleasant. But I'll tell you this now. This is a guy who liked his fried chicken, and he was going into it from a purely carnival way. Worth the watch. And that's what I'm going to say, because I'm not going to ruin it. It's number 4. This is what interests me. It's number 4 in films, it says. It's an interesting watch for hour 38. And some people will definitely not be eating chicken after watching it. But some of the stats that came out blew my mind even about. Yeah, and then the stats of the numbers, the figures of how many were murdered each day, killed, murdered, same thing, really, isn't it? When it's forcibly your life's forcibly taken away, it's not good, and it doesn't put the industry in a very good light at all. So that is good. People will change their attitudes. You know, they'll be afraid if children watch it. And I didn't realise how interconnected. So there's a comment from read. The American fast food industry is taken into the UK fast industry on the speaking front. I've been watching quite a bit of vegan beauty queen girl on YouTube. Her life is very different to mine, but I like her. And she has been committed vegan since she was quite young and is genuine, I feel. Right, go there. You know, Jane, why would we? This is the thing we've got with vegan mentality. It's a right mentality. Why would we question them? I've only been vegan since I was 49 and a half. I said I was thinking about this on the journey home from fast tonight, and I will then, Matt, I will read your comment in a minute, mate. I promise. I'll just go through. But saying I was thinking everything was vegan all my journey home. A good hour and 20 because I dropped off and then I went into it. Was purely thinking about vegan aspects of things, and I came up with this because I was talking to another vegan farm sanctuary who were at Fars, which I'm going to do a separate video on. So I'm not going to go into it tonight. God, I will say to do with this, but I'm not going to go into too much. That run it. They didn't start off as a vegan sanctuary, but they've been a vegan sanctuary for 11 years. They were there. They had a stall there. They were both polite. That we actually started talking over Tom, the piglet, because I was explaining some. They were doing some. Someone went to feed Tom, and I asked him not to because that's how they wanted it today. Because when you've got hundreds of people, if everyone wanted to give him an apple or a pear, it won't do him that good. And I will go from that down on all the comments after I go through this. Sorry. So we started a connection. Didn't know they had the sanctuary. I spoke to their son earlier. He came over and had a burger earlier, which I sorted out for him and a drink and that. But we didn't. We connected. I connected with their son 3 or 4 times during different aspects of the day, and I spoke to him on the store. I didn't know who they were from Adam. They were lovely people. We started talking. I mentioned a place I'd heard good things about, and I will be going next year because it was in there this year. And they said, that's us. So I'm going to do a separate video for them in the coming week. Okay. But yeah, but where was I going with this? Because I read your comment. Where's it gone? So I did miss the cauliflower pizza crust, the cheese. Okay. I will, for some reason, right, can we? I got some. Ali's able to join us in the fruit chat. Wonder the interview with Chelsea May. Perhaps I will watch that. So we'll look her up. Good, yeah, broccoli. Jane, I've been. So I don't. Sorry, I was going with this. Yeah, so vegan beauty girl. I'll check her out. I'll give anyone a shot, but it probably sounds not like my type of thing. But that's me being judgmental. So we won't do that. That's not what we're about. We'll have a check. But I will say, yeah. So and I will go from Matt's downwards in a minute. I promise. But yeah. So this I'm going to do one on this YouTuber. Oh, just in case you do want to swap over, those vegan guys are on tonight live, which if, it is their night because they're on Sunday. I actually joined their. I was on their chats last Sunday, and they gave a shout out to Fast, and they were very complimentary to me. So Paul and Jason are always complimentary to me, and I try to be to them. So if you something to watch out, check them out. But they're not around next weekend, and I'm not around Saturday, so I might do a Friday and Sunday next week. What was that to? Sorry, Matt. I will get to you in a minute. I promise. Just checking this last bit out. And the lucky thing they've got is they're a team. They're a great team. So one can be waffling, as I like to put it, we all waffle, and one can be reading all the messages. And they're a great team. Nearly there. And then I get to Matt's comment. Yeah. Yeah. No. So I've got to Vegan Beauty Girl, and it's come up with Nicole Whittle. And I know Nicole Whittle. So I've gone Vegan Beauty Girl, and it's come up with Nick. Oh, yeah, I don't know her as Vegan. Sorry, Jane. I watch her because of her food videos, but I never knew her. I only know her as Vegan Beauty Girl, but I know her by her name, Nicole Whittle. Yeah, I've been a long time because of her food, and she did that LBC debate, didn't she? Yeah. I mean, I use see. I watch like brands. I watched that brands. I stopped buying from 2025, and so yeah, and I watch her for her food more than anything else she wants. But I do look at her and even Grackle when she does, and that's another one I follow. Oh, I've got to give it. It's really good. I watch them for ideas for my daughter, but there's another one. Is it Madalena Oliver? Yeah, I've subscribed to her a long time ago, to be honest, but for food. Bear with me. Just one last thing, and then we get to Matt's comment and go from there because I appreciate you all. One of the very first vegan YouTube channels I found to watch, and I bought her books and gave them to my daughter. I bought them and gave them to my daughter, Madeleine Olivia. I mean, she's got massive since I started watching her. Oh, she's got over 500,000 subscribers now because she lives in the country down south and she does all that. But she's got a baby now. She's been married. I started watching her about 6 years. Came across her channel about 6 years ago. It was all about cooking in food shops, and I started watching it. And then she had a book out, so I got a book or two of hers and get from Megan. That's my daughter, by the way, Megan. So yeah, I follow Adelina Olivia. Check her out. She's well worth watching. What's going? Check a powerful. Thanks. Powerful. Thanks, man. Well, that's a great recommendation, Matt. Yeah. It's not my type of thing either, but I find her nice to watch, and she has really sensible things to say about veganism. She's young and glamorous, though. So the opposite. Don't ever knock yourself down, Jane. Jake. You too, mate. Jake just put a love out on her face. The Lonely Falafel. Check out The Hidden House. I will. Jane, yeah, I didn't know. I always known her as Nicole Whittle. Didn't know because that's what it came up as. It came out. I put her in, and it came out. And I thought, oh no, Nicole, what's that? And then I realised, and then if that's because of her, yeah, YouTube. Right, check out The Hidden House. Isn't it? I will, and I will watch a few of their videos before. Helps if I get rid of the one I typed in before. Just I put my TV on to see if I could read the comments, but it doesn't let me do that. So, because I'm Neanderthal man. Yeah. It's not that way. Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm gonna. Sorry. I am putting it in. It's just that I'm doing it on a. You can imagine playing on a game against me. It's one of those where it's not coming up in recommendations, so I'm having to put every word. And you watch it, I'll have 500,000. Nearly there. Sorry. The hidden house. And it said no underscores under it, so. Is it the hidden house or the hidden house Ireland? The hidden house vegan. Which one's that one? That's. Oh, okay. Not a big. The hidden house. Sorry, I'm just going to Google it. Right. A week of vegan meals in Cyprus. Okay. A day in the life of our hidden house. Vegan feast on. And that dog in the picture, that one's a little bit like a bit of colouring, but otherwise a bit like Pixie Walk. What we looks good. A bowl of comfort. A weekend was Cypriot, obviously. Look, I've got a friend who ran a Cypriot rescue for a long time, and she went over there about 10 years ago. Anyways, a cozy day at home with my dog. Right, you know what? Again, I should subscribe and then go into over the next few days and watch a few. How do I do? No, see, it came in that with. I did that and it came up with. Bear with me, guys. Sorry, it's come up with as an Hidden House Ireland as well, which is nothing like that. I've subscribed, so I will watch it. I will check it out. But I've seen this morning. Yeah, Nick, it's been check out some the Lonely Flapper. Check out at P6. Okay, I can do that. And what I'll do, guys, as long as it gets me, and it's definitely not. It's difficult when you're trying to delete on the game system on the TV. As long as it's something that doesn't interest I will check them out. I promise you I will. At peace. And I do. I haven't had it, let's be honest, there isn't any, I ain't watching that yet, or I haven't subscribed to. What I like about it is that Hidden House is it's the smaller channel, like myself. So I want to give them. I'll make sure we get it right. At peace. Capitals, ECT, okay. Doesn't come up with anything. ETC. Ah, yeah. I did another one when Ben told me off, I think, at the end of it, to be honest with you. Miscommunication. Yeah, good old Tom. That app P's etc. hasn't come up with anything, so okay, let me just check something out. See if it gives me different on my phone, YouTube. Yeah, Tom was lovely. First time I met him today, I knew about him from not from day one, but because obviously very few people knew about Tom at day one because of the situation. It was a bit touch and go. But I've known about and seen his. He's easy etc. Yeah, I've done that. Let's see what it gives me. At peas. Found it. Thank you. Weird vegan meals to celebrate summer. What I eat in a week 25. Okay, right. Again, I've subscribed. I will check her out, watch half a dozen of each one's videos, and then decide. I'm sure they will, because you can't get enough. And I like watching vegan channels for inspirations. The cooking will be coming in September. My new gas hob is being fitted. Is it the top bit? I'm having a new one fitted on Monday afternoon. Apparently, they're going to arrive between 12 and 6. And then I've got my gas services on Tuesday afternoon. Different because the carriers I bought the gas up off of delivering and doing that. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So yeah, I will check those guys out properly, go into depth a bit more. And thank you for your recommendations. So I give Madalena Olivia as my recommendation. I haven't watched hers in a while, but they haven't come up, even though I'm subscribed. But I thought she was the kind of person that my daughter would like to watch. She used to do shop. She was a city girl, I think it was Brighton. I'm in Brighton when I first started watching her. She was engaged. She's married now, got a nice big house in the country, doing renovation on the house. Very, very good. To be honest with you, though, I haven't watched that. I presume she's still vegan. I'm sure she is. It's a difficult one, isn't it, these days? Is she still vegan? She's getting our cottage back. Sunday reset, summer weekend in our cottage. Doing with our children and how much money she makes. We got married. Our cottage 3 years ago, that was, yeah. So when she started doing her cottage, beautiful cottage. Did she have, I can't remember, she bought a month ago, easy plant-based family dinners we eat in a week. I'm pretty sure. She did a video, Am I Still Vegan, a month ago. I presume she still is, but I'm not going to go into that right now. You'd have heard if she wasn't still vegan. I'm sure she is, but she's doing baby things now. She's in a different. Thank you. So I don't know. I imagine she's still vegan. I hope so. Said plant-based. And it's a question to say food I eat every day, vegan for 10 years. And that was 2 years ago. So I imagine she is. And she's got children now. And she was very into order. This is not tested on animals and all that. Just checking her. I'm just looking for something to reassure me that she's still vegan. The video said, "Am I still vegan?" And that was 2 months ago. And I can't watch it because I'm talking to you guys, sort of thing. And I don't want to get too distracted. Thank you for the thumbs up. They really help the argument. And so did the comments. Any comment at all, put them out there. And all your comments about watch this, I will do. I do appreciate them all, and I will give them all a shout out. And I will. 8 years ago. Yeah, she did things like free vegan meals under £1.50. This was 8 years ago, $2, 5 cheap and easy. But that was admittedly 8 years ago. Then she's got first trimester. Again, what I'm offering my tenantfo for dinner, BLW, #BLW plant-based. She's vegan budget meals. That was 3 years ago. I'm sure she is still vegan. What I will do is I will watch that Am I Still Vegan? But it's a 42-minute video. I don't know. Oh, right. This is the one. It just came up about it. Oh. Happy Healthy Vegan did. Tommy Tang loves Sue. Loves So, but spelled SOO. No longer vegan. And her video where she's no longer vegan. I'm going to do a video on it. Transparency, honesty, openness to you guys. After Gaz Oakley did what he did, my video is still getting a number of views, which is helping me. It's helped Fars. Let's say this again now. We've been going for just under an hour, a few seconds under an hour. I gave the money over today, for every penny that was made up to the 1st of August, from the very first day of monetization. And I will do a video. I'm going to do a video on this because I didn't earn a great deal. It's in the hundreds, but it's not a great deal for the amount of time. and the video process. It's all worth it, but it's not a fantastic amount. And this year alone, I've had to buy, be careful, the new microphone, the laptop's on now because the iMac I've spilled coffee over, which it cost me, I don't know, £300 or so, £379, I think. Then I had to get the antivirus for it, and then I've got this. I'm going to buy some software for this, and I'm going to take the advert money for the foreseeable future to do the things, to pay for things, so I can produce more to get out. But I'm making donations. I've already today, I gave Fars all the money that I've made up to this day. I've made other donations as well as paying for myself throughout the day up there. So I will be donating to them. I'm going to do a few other charities, one-off videos, and the money, which won't be great, but I'm going to give them whatever it makes as part of, because it's given me the channel to do a video. I'm going to do some. I've got really good ideas for Fars in particular, but I will do some others, and I'll explain as I go along. It involved different people like Ben, Ellie, Izzy at Fars, hopefully Lenka, and others, and the couple that run this one, I'm going to do the same for. I'm going to see them at the end of the month. I'm going to their open day. So I just think if I'm going there for their open day, I'll give them the money. They sell like a video there and do a few things. I will show them the videos before I release it, because I think that's only fair. It's a rightful thing to do, I believe, personally. And any money that it revenues, it makes. Because at the moment, I'm trying to grow the channel, which is more important to me, growing the audience than the money. But the pennies will come in, which will help me pay for doing the different bits and pieces, because if you go from, I've been doing this now for 6 years. Yes, we've got 2,638 subscribers, or 39 subscribers, I think, for the moment. But the revenue isn't great. But the Gaz, I didn't talk about Massive by name, but the Gaz Oakley videos raised the most money for a video ever in such a short. But I've had longer ones that I've made more money of. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video, and it's how much I made from YouTube, and it'll be up in days. It's a lot of days. I can't tell you today. I could tell you was on. Sorry, bear with me, guys. Roughly, I can go in and get all the emails up because you get the monetization. So, but I'm not doing that while I'm talking to you guys. But if I just do this quickly. Got a lifetime there. So you go lifetime. I started this channel on the 20th of March, 2020. So almost 3 months vegan. And then bear with. Put it this way. I hadn't made any money, not a penny, in January. I think I got the monetization. You can go for it. I'll read that in a minute, Jay. Sorry. Okay, I'll check that in a minute. So I will read Royal. This hadn't made a penny till January the 14th, 2024. But I'd had quite a few viewers, but not subscribers. So what I'm saying to you is, but say it's around that time, because I think I went for AdSense. I think I got the opportunity around Christmas time. It might have been Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, Christmas Day. And I made 2p on the 6th of January, 2024. So it was between the 4th, 5th, 6th. That might be my first day. I can't tell you on this. I can get it on this laptop that I'm doing. So I made 2p on the 6th of January 24th. So bear with me, please. Sorry, because this is all relevant to what I'm trying to get across. We'll call it the 6th of Jan, because I'm pretty sure that was with me. (2024). 6th of January to July 31st, 2026. So it took me to the 6th of Jan from March 2020. It took me nearly 4 years to get monetized. And it was the subscribers. It was never the watch. No, it wasn't. It was. I'll check it out. I'll do that part of the video. What I'm going to do, let's do that first. How many days? Sorry. Sorry, bear with me. Okay. What made me doing it? Won't let me come up with it. Oh. 930. Right, from the 6th of January to the 31st of July was 937 days. 937 days. So that's a long, long time. So this isn't a quick fix. And everybody's struggling on YouTube at the moment, I believe. When you go to your favourite ones and you see their views, and they've got 100,000 plus subscribers, but only 2 or 3,000. It's that time of year. So I'm going to catch up now. Eva 555. I'll check that in a second. Yes, doing this work isn't free for you. Yeah, so definitely take the revenue that you earn and use it to support the channel and yourself. I just want to reinvest a little bit in myself. I'll be honest with you. If I had a dream, it would be I could do this full time and earn the money that I earn doing the other things I do without doing the other things I do, so I could invest the time into this to help the charities out more. That would be it. And I would earn it by doing videos on the charity to put their bit out, and then every penny I didn't need after that could go off, But that's a dream, and I did have a chat with them about their land bit today and got a bit of an update, but we'll do all that later. But I'm going to do an in-depth. So in this in-depth video that's come out, I've written all down. I'm going to do the top 10 shorts. And it's top 10 shorts is for views. My biggest ever viewing is a short. It's a good one, but it's a long time ago. And then before I was monetized though, and I'll go through the top 10. So I've done it. So it's the views, what revenue it made and roughly, so that, and my top 10 videos. I'm not going to do one on live because lives are a completely different beast. I've got to check that Eva thing out. Sorry. Bye. Royal. I can't. These are my new glasses. It's because I've got it so small on the screen, but I don't want to touch it because I've messed up a few times when I've done that, haven't I? Yeah. What's that, Matt? Matt, I will read your comment after. I've just checked this one out, mate. Sorry. Just want to check this. Yes, they're not far off 1,000 days. That's scary when you think of it this way. Bear with. Eva. 555. What's this about then? I trying to figure out a Royal Rathcliffe 5703 Eva 555. I've just checked if that's a channel. Eva. No. So if you can enlighten me a little bit more, mate, I might have but I will check it out again properly. Yes, in this website. Matt Wallace. There was a Linda McCartney food truck giving out freebies today. I didn't have any, as I'd rather non-vegans try the food, and I've tried almost all of Linda's food. Do you know what? That's an interesting concept there. How do I feel about that? I'm with you. That's interesting. What was it they were giving out by any chance? What would I have done there, mate? I'm trying to think. It's a judgment call at the time, isn't it? I kind of get where you're coming from. Well, I don't know where I put my drink. I know I just drank my tea, but I had a glass of juice as well. I'm really thirsty. I've been out in the sun all day. Well done and good for you, because that was like a moral decision you made on the spot, and that's how we do these things, isn't it? They're quite often on the spot. So fair play to you for doing that. How can I put it? If it was, unless it was a cut Linda and it was warm, not a great style. Linda McCartney, if they were giving out Linda McCartney, God, I can't imagine. Yeah, I kind of if it wasn't cooked and ready to eat right there and then, I would have done the same as you. But if it was a box of the vegan, because I think it's the meatballs, I love the duck alternative, or my favourite burger is the Linda McCartney quarter pounder. I think it's the best burger out there, to be honest with you. I think it is. I think if you owed me out there. I was thinking about sorry. I was thinking a lot about the Linda McCartney burgers today because of the burgers we were cooking at Fart, and I'm thinking, the story for another day. Do I need to go into that? Yeah, good for you, because again, this is what I was talking to, and I didn't realise they were sanctuary founders and all that when we first started talking. I was explaining to them, and it's about me going vegan. So I said, "Can I just get my drink? I'm just going to go and see if I can quickly find my drink. It'll be 20 seconds. I'll talk while I'm doing it. I'll waffle, just so I'm doing it. I'll just get my drink. So 1 second. Thank you. My drink. Just get my drink. I will be right back." I will say, show Jane this. Yes, I will show Jane. I didn't know. I did a glass of squash, and I don't know where I put my glass of squash, to be honest with you. I am losing the plot, guys. Sorry. All right, thank you. But Jane, yeah, I went to the kitchen to see if I could find my glass of squash. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. The vegan lemon curd. And they're on Facebook. I didn't realise. Taylor's Free From. It's really, really nice. Lemon juice, lemon zest, sugar, coconut milk, salt, vegetable fat, water, sunflower, blah blah. So, but it is really nice, to be honest with you. Got it all. But that's the jar. Oh, grossness. I don't know where I put my squash. I'm sorry about that. Really thirsty tonight. Yeah. So, where are we going to? Oh, okay. Let's go and catch up. Sorry. There was the burgers, the chicken tenders and mince in a salsa taco. Okay, that's fair enough. I don't think I've had the Linda McCartney chicken tenders, to be honest with you. Might have had a piece of one, to be honest, just to try it, because I haven't. I don't think I've tried them. I knew the box. I'd know if I have. I'm pretty sure I haven't tried them. And Jane will tell me if I've done a food review, and if I've tried them, I've done a food review on them. It was cut versions of little servings things. Yeah. Oh, right. So let's go back. So I do this. I did this with the guys, but I was doing it off my head. I love maths and I love a calculator, to be honest. So I want to get it right. It's important to me that I get it spot. I'm a bit OCD. I do apologize. How many days between? Sorry, this is a long one. It's going to need extra gigabytes. Now, I'm being a bit extreme here because I'm doing it for my date of birth. And technically, it doesn't work like that. I know you don't have to point out. It's just making sure I'm here. No. All right, guys. I'll have to do it right. Get tired. I've put how many days between August the 20th, 1970. Now, I know I wasn't on, I was a babe, I was born, but this is the, but basically, I was, that is 18,030 days. Yes, I know you were a baby, I was a bottle fed baby, I know that. I wasn't on anything, but I'm going from my date of birth until the day I went vegan, okay? So 18,030 days, right? So 18,030 days. So you do 18,030 days times 3. We have 3 meals a day. So I had 54,900 meals. No, that's not. 54,090 meals. Give or take a few hundred because I was a baby. And I didn't have 2 meals a day. I ate twice a day a lot. I've always eaten twice a day a lot, but that's the extreme. What I'm saying to you is, if I can convert a vegan neutral, you've heard of the carbon neutral, my goal is to get 54,090 meals veganized. I've achieved something. Now, for me, obviously, I'd have to live to 98 to do it myself. And I'd love to live to 98, he says today. But I don't know, I feel in 5 or 10 years' time. So 50,000 and 50,000, right? Then if I go, and I've talked about this with my daughter and all that as well, I would do. So if I go there, bear with me. Because this is what I'm getting at. We'll do the same principle. I will catch up on every message I promise him here. This is when you need someone. This is how my brain works as well. Sorry. 21st. First. T20. How many days? I'm going to change this. Sorry. I do apologize. I questioned you. How many days since 1st Jan? Move it into, I put, so I've done 2,411, right? So do this, which I know. But I've already converted me, myself alone, 7,233 days. So already that 50,000 is down to 43. Now, every time I cook my daughter and son-in-law a meal which is vegan and do them a vegan meal, I take one of them off. If you do, it's a bit difficult. I can't claim credit for anything that a vegan like yourselves are already doing. If you say, "Oh, I'm going to do your," I don't count that. But if I can convert non-vegans, I want to take you. You guys are part of the most important part of the journey because you're the loyal base, the stability. You watch me, so I'll do the videos, and if one video gets one meal changed from a non-vegan, I can vegan offset. That's my goal, is to vegan offset by my actions, to be honest with you. Now let's catch a Tucker. Jake N7J60. Thank you. It's lovely. Royal Ratcliffe, Morning Star Farms, and Gunnage. Okay. Morning Star Farms or Garden Chicken Tenders. I don't know. Home day today. I think our vegan years count much more than the non-vegan years. So don't worry about the stuff. No, I don't. Was always supposed to. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not asking. Right, right, Jane. I've always said, and I've said this uh, since I heard it. There were two comments. I think they're both Gandhi, to be honest with you. And I thought eye makes the whole world blind, and I truly believe that. So, revenge for something doesn't necessarily, it just makes everyone blind, doesn't it? So I don't. So I do believe in that eye for, I think it's a very sensible approach to life. An eye for eye makes it, right, he's just in a post. Okay. Lee from Flash just did a thing on the chat, which Jane will see later. An eye for an eye makes a world. I get that totally. Revenge is a circle going round and round, which doesn't solve anything. And the other one, which I truly believe be the change you want to see. So, Jane, you guys here, you're all the change you want to see. So I get that. We're on that path, we're on that journey. But it's just a personal challenge to me. I just think you're vegan, you're not doing any harm to any animals, which is a beautiful thing. It's how it should be. It's a beautiful thing because we're the minority. So it's not them against us or us against them. It's just that there's always going to be someone out there who's going to try and lower you down. Oh, why'd you do? Oh, just trying to. It's a fight. It's a battle. But my goal is to, with myself included, first of all, put it this way. This is a debate. I might do a video on this. There was a lot of outrage about Gaz Oakley, wasn't there? He's no longer vegan. He's going to eat invasive. He's decided that he can kill and eat. Do you know what would be interesting? Him actually killing the animal, because that's him doing it from. It's easy to say. I can assure you, it's easier to say than to do. And then to actually butcher the animal. Well, good luck with that one. I'm not going to say I don't want him to hurt or harm any animal, so I don't want to see the carcass of an animal. I'm not watching his videos, but I'm just saying I don't want to see any of that. I think you, for any witness, would have done that in the day, and I would have watched it. That is no longer me. But I've just to say this is a personal thing for me. The vegan offset is my thing. It's my thing only. You know, I don't want anyone else to do it. I don't expect you to. But you're doing your bit by supporting the brands, by buying their products. It's keeping that product on the shelf. Well, that's the theory. We try to keep the products on the shelf, but the supermarkets always have better ideas, don't they? And a bit of the scary thing is now with different good companies that are vegan, even like that, well, they get bought out by the big boys of Unilever who only care about the profit margin. It's a very difficult one. But our conscience says, yeah, there's a lot of reasons to not buy a product, and it's not because it's not a vegan product. It's because there's no animal suffering. It's because the main owner or the main the person who gets the foundation that gets the reward for it is not a vegan foundation, basically, put it that way. And not like we all know the big boys like Procter and Gamble, Unilever, they may have a few vegan products in their line, but they're quite happy to have a non-vegan destroy, whether it's whatever the non-vegan process is, and so I'm just trying to do it that way. So what I'm saying is if I do a recipe, doesn't matter what it is, if it's because it's going to be vegan. If I can get one non-vegan to eat it by either me supplying them with it, i.e. my son-in-law or daughter, or family. I've done my brother-in-law meals in the past as well. But and he wanted to pay me to cook his meal. And I'm like, I'm not a chef in that sense. But every meal that I can do, which means one day of less animal, one meal is the initial goal of less animal suffering, the better. And I always encourage anyone who's going vegan, obviously. I'm getting a bit questioned now is why people put plant-based. I would put in the hashtags plant-based, admittedly, but I would never put on any of my videos plant-based living, because it's not plant-based, it's vegan. And a lot of people love to separate the plant-based from the vegan side. And I just don't, Yeah, so I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything. Thank you for the 10 likes. I really do appreciate it. It really helps. And your messages are really helping. I'm trying to figure out what that Morningstar Farms or Garden Chicken Tenders. Thank you for the love. I don't know what that means because the Royal Ratcliffe. I'll check out Morningstar Farms first. Get rid of all that. Get rid of that. Oh, Morningstar ventured into a plant-based or vegetarian lifestyle release. Discover. Okay. That's a great start. Is that an American company then? Not heard of that. Why have I not heard of them? And what was the other one? Or garden chicken tenders. Checking that out. I'm a bit slow, Matt, by the way, at times, so please don't take offence. Even when I know something, I'm pretty slow on it sometimes. Garden chicken tenders, was that? Yeah. Oh, now garden chicken come up with garden gourmet, which I know about. Who's that by? Garden chicken tenders. I have tried the Beyond tenders. They're really nice, to be honest with you. What's this about then? Ultimate chicken tenders, but plant-based. Okay. I'll have a look into that. Thank you. I will definitely do a bit of research. I'm saying, oh, right, Matt Wallace, you could have over 1,000 meals a year animal free, better than saying to someone you could save an hour. Right, going to read this. Thanks, Matt Wallace. Sorry. It's saying you could have over 1,000 meals a year animal free, better than. Is saying you could have 1,000 meals a year animal free, better than saying to someone you could save 100 animals a year. More of an impact. Okay. There's a very okay. My mind goes into a whirlpool at times, and I do realise, whilst sanctuaries, animal sanctuaries are great compared to that poor animal, whatever it is, living a non-existent life to have its life ended at some stage to feed a personal animal, whether it's chickens for egg production or for meat or whatever. Sanctuaries are always the better option. But if farmers stop breeding, milk farmers, for example, if they stop breeding, because they breed, if it's a female, it's going to be later on, it's going to be enforced to have calves. So they're only interested in the production of milk. But if in the UK, 50% of the population stopped drinking milk, and it's weird, and people have told me, I've heard this, I've heard it since the 80s, and it's taken me so long to think, yeah, this is strange. Why is it we're the only species of all animals that drink milk and we don't drink our own milk. We drink, another creature's milk. It's crazy when you think about it, but it takes a lot. Who did it? It's like that. Meet the Parents, wasn't it? But it was the first one where he goes on about milking the cat. Ty's here, but he's Ty, so we know that can happen. Yeah. I think non-vegans think about food, not animals. I'll be honest with you, I think about food all the time, Jane, but it's never about the animal, not ever about animals. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, if they could all watch a video, it's like I'm going to say it's going to blow when people say to me, "Now, what do you want for your birthday?" And my friends will know. I say, "I'll tell you what, I want you to watch a video." They go, "What?" I said, "I want you to watch a 20-minute video." Or if you want to give me the ultimate present you can give me is to watch non-stop a 20-minute video, and I'll say, "Watch this Jerry Carlsberg." It's Carb strong. I keep saying Carlsberg. Got alcohol on the mind. I don't drink. Watch this Jerry Carlstrong video or this Jerry Carlstrong video, and it will put them off. I can assure you. I mean, because let's be honest, if you watch one of his videos and it doesn't put you off, so it's it's a very what's the way I'm thinking of it? I'm just trying to have an impact in a positive way. That's why the meals are going to be coming again. Not this is what I have for dinner and a short, which will happen, but I will do some cooking videos and the curry and the chili, some of that. They will be right up there straight away. Come September, I think I'm on this program till September the 2nd. I might start the weekend before because it's a bank holiday weekend, and I'll do a few videos because I'll have more time to do them. Okay? And that's how I'll get started, the ball rolling sort of thing. You know what I mean? I'll do it that way, and maybe, just maybe, that's the way forward. But yeah, it's kind of weird because this guy, for example, Taylor's free from. He and his family are vegan, which is fantastic. He does the most amazing vegan pies. I had the chicken. I had a lamb version, lamb and mint, but vegan, of course, for tea tonight. And I had his pork pie he does, which is amazing. It's made with jackfruit, I believe, the pork pie. I've got a Tuscan bean, a vegetable quiche, and a garlic and mushroom and garlic one, I believe. He ties getting ready to go on the computer, which is not allowed when I'm filming. And but I know his family's got health issues as well. We were talking a bit today, and and they do all that. And I had people come up today and say, "It's wonderful. It's great when you don't have to ask, is it vegan?" And I said, "I know. The only question I have to ask is it got nuts in?" You know, and that's it because they did a flapjack when someone made some flapjack with peanut butter on. I couldn't have it because of the peanut butter, which is fine. First world problems, but yeah, it's wonderful. But yeah, so he's making meals. And let's be honest, if I presumed, I'm just making figures out here, 95% of the meals he sold were to vegans, pies were to vegans, but there were a number of non-vegans there. And I can be a bit critical about different things about vegan campaign, but when they're doing this, inviting non-vegans there, even if it's on a day ticket, and I'm not saying it is, it could be a day ticket, it could be a weekend pass. I don't know. I know they're doing at least day tickets, but if they've given away 250 tickets for a day ticket, that means that person in there, unless they're not going to eat, they're going to have a vegan meal, aren't they? And that's a massive way of having an impact. And I think it's a way of getting it out there. You know, we were having conversations today about oat milk, and I was talking to someone. Mitsu was doing the coffees and the teas, and I was serving on all the cakes and all that at one stage. And I was saying, "Oh, could you do?" And they were coming up and asking for tea or coffee. And I was asking them, and it surprised me. We had everything. We had people who have oat milk in tea, and we had people who have soya in coffee. To be honest, I only have coffee with oat milk. I only have coffee with oat milk, and I only have tea with soya. I don't like tea with oat milk, and I don't like coffee with. And we're talking about this, and there's one person come up and they said, "Can I have half oat milk and half?" And I just thought, "Yeah, of course you can." But they said, "I don't know why. Someone showed me this." Um, that's I think everybody. I'll go to your comment in a minute, Matt. So Ty's just clawing me because he wants affection and loving. Joey is the most impactful at this moment. I think if you want to articulate it, getting out there and getting a point across, we're really lucky at the moment. We've got Joey. He's a bit, when I say stronger, I mean in the fact that he actually gets out there. He gets the dirt. He gets his hands dirty. He finds the dirt. He exposes the truth. And the good thing is he's exposing the truth. He's not trying to cause injury, harm or damage, suffering to anyone who's doing anything right. When he does his, have you seen that video he did last week? And the guy he said, I don't believe that. And then he went back. I'm not trying to ruin the video if you haven't seen it, but he goes back because he's been videoing it, secretly recording for a couple of years. And he goes back and actually sees the guy laughing when one of his employees hurts an animal by yanking the gate swings and it's the animal. And also the guy that's there saying, I don't, believe it. Also seeing him inflict pain on one of the cows himself. So there's no nice words to say for him. I can't say them on this channel, I think of him, because I need this. I would like this to be monetized still. Let's be frank and honest and truthful. But it will come out there. Those videos will come out occasionally when you do it. But I also believe you've got to let the justice system have their chance to do the right thing. Just because Joey's covered up the faces doesn't mean the faces aren't the camera. They've all said they're doing it. What I will say is, I can't remember, Muller and Tesco's have both suspended. They've said they've suspended. If that's true, and I'm sure it is, but we do that. Good on them for a change. You've got to also shout out when you hear they do the right thing. Because if they're suspended by like Muller and Tesco's, they are in trouble now, and it's got to be looked at. And that it's so corrupt. The system is so corrupt, and that's one of those reasons. That guy I told you to watch on Netflix, you really need to watch his video all the way through. I'm sorry about some of the awful scenes in there, but then they go into the different. I've heard of these companies. I didn't know. And they originate. So you've got an American company profiting from us in the UK, eating their product here. And even though we're stronger on some of our things than America, admittedly, like chlorinated chicken, but we don't want the animals murdered in the first place. But you're never going to get, I don't think you're going to get the results we require and need by going over this chicken's chlorinated, this is not. The truth is out there. Let's use the truth. Let's use the truth and the damage that they've created, they cause, the suffering they cause against them. Use it as a weapon of such evidence of what they're doing wrong to make things right. And I was going through this earlier in one of the waffles. The thing is, one day there won't be that many. If we get our wish and no animals are exposed to the damage to earth, then we're not intensive. The cattle aren't being raped. Let's put it that way. Let's be blunt about it. They're not. The cattle aren't being. And I don't use these words because I might have said it. Then may get me into trouble. The animals aren't being artificially inseminated, or even if it is by the bullock, but the way it's done. Whereas they're in their field, in the wild, it's completely different. Commercialism changes everything, and it's all about the pound note, the dollar. That's all it's about at the end of the day for everyone. So I'll catch up on all your comments in a minute, please. So what I'm trying to say there is, but maybe there will only be 1 million chickens on the planet. That may not necessarily be a bad thing because they won't be suffering. And that's what I'm trying to get at. I'd rather there only be 1 million on the planet that aren't suffering then, because they all. I got this guy. I'm doing a video on this as well, and I've actually did a lot of homework in the last week getting ready for videos because I want to produce more videos. But I've got this, and I'll go into community quickly to say who's doing it. It's this guy. I say guy. This person, Red Farmer Dash. 5 days ago, he sent me a message. It was on the Saturday Night Live. You can check it. I'm going to read this one, and they vary slightly different, but I want to read this. There's no logic behind every person going vegan when it's not possible to feed everyone on a plant-only food source diet. If we knew that making the world vegan would cause massive starvation and depopulation, would you continue to advocate veganism? We all know the truth on that one. But we all know the truth on that one. I'm going to do it. I was like, it's giving me 11 comments. And one of them was one I recently spoken. I'll give you another one. So I don't understand why. Do you agree with the current plant-based diet approach from a vegan researchers such as Joseph Port, but I'm not saying they're not, Anna Ritchie, Max Rosser, David Attenborough? He's not a researcher as such. Emily Cassidy, Alison Morty, FAO, and Nick Noma. Well, I've got to check them out, to be honest, before I respond to him. But and then he did me another one. So I don't know where he's coming from. Right. And I'll catch up with all your comments in a minute. If the world adopted a plant-based diet, we would reduce global agricultural land use from 4 to 1 billion hectares. We could reduce the amount of land used in grazing croplands used to grow animal feeds. By Anna Ritchie, pulled for March 2021. Browse past versions. Cite that articles reuse our work freely. Summary. Half of the world's habitable land is used for agriculture, with most of this used to raise livestock for dairy and meat. Livestock are fed from two sources: land on which animals graze and land on which feeding crops, such as soy, cereal, are grown. Look, it goes on and on and on, but I haven't read it. I'm going to respond to all this because they're very in-depth and very interesting from a point of view, but every time I read them, I see it slightly different. But there was a part of this, that chicken one talks about how our land is getting destroyed, and like the River Wise. I'm going to catch up with all these messages. Sorry. So it's a very complex situation. But at the end of the day, if an animal's not suffering, we're doing something right. Sorry. Yes. Draco's probably the best. Yeah. I don't want to butcher names. There's 2 or 3 out there. Earthly Ned, I think, so articulate. It's amazing, but he's not the yeah. And there's the other one who I can't think of his name now. You're going to come to me. I've watched it. American got a European surname. Apparently, it's what made Gaz Oakley vegan in the first place, and he's very interesting as well. Been to prison for his point of view. I can't think of his name, but I don't want to. But yeah, Joey's the one who gets out there and is not afraid to get dirty to get his point across, and I do respect him for that. Love Joey, he's fearless, also an educator. The Lonely Fluffer, I'm looking forward to seeing you do cooking video. Honestly, they are coming. They will be coming. I might do one over the next week or 2 because I'm off for 2 weeks, and I will do a batch up or 2. The thing is, I get a new job on Monday. Let's see how we go after that. But I'm no Gaz Oakley, thank goodness, because we don't want to be Gaz Oakley anymore, do we? Joey is one of the reasons I went vegan. Okay, well, see, that's what I mean. The Lonely Falafel. What Joey's done there, you weren't vegan, and he's got you to go vegan. So from the day you went vegan, your meals you can accredit to a degree, and that is an amazing. And that's basically what I'm trying to get at. So I will be cooking to try and get people, but you see, it's how you go about getting non-vegans vegan. Whereas, let's be frank and honest, I say most people who watch my channel are already vegan. So job done. You're brilliant already. And if you're not, thank you for watching. Consider giving it a go. We'll do a bit of an iPad in January for the January this year, won't we? Come in 2027. Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Yeah. I've always been too afraid to watch graphic footage. I'm glad now that I don't need to. Yeah, Jane, I hate to break this to you, but you're already vegan. You've seen the light. Don't mind. I think when I'm asking, the ones I'm asking to watch the graphic, I will get some of the stuff. That video, don't watch it because it does involve chickens, and it's all about chickens, to be honest with you, because what the video, but it's all about, there's some stressful scenes in there, and I've seen them before, and I've understood it for a long time. I've known about it since, I've known in depth and detail about it since the early 2000s. Let's be honest about it. Euphony Whittingstall did a bit on it, but they're pro meat, so they kind of put it. But the staggering statistics, and I've said this on these videos before, but they had it in much more depth than even I could about. And then there was a stat I saw today. I take screenshots now. Let's see if I can find them. I am going to respond to all the Red Tractors comments. I respond to everyone's, but I want to do it right, and I want to make sure I get their concept before I make a comment back, because I don't want to be rude or disrespectful and read their comments properly in the first place. But just bear with. There was something, I saw it in the last. Oh, this T-shirt, Fast T-shirt. I was given this one today after. It's the latest Fast T-shirt. Yeah. Well, it's my third one, but it's my latest one. I was given this today. Check out, they got, and I think all the sanctuaries help each other out, which is a beautiful thing, especially the vegan animal sanctuaries. They really are. I've saved that one there. Vegan vibes. Right, I'm just going to read this out. This is from Vegan Vibes. I screenshot it, can't tell you. And they got it's a graphic picture of them at the bottom about all these animals. Oh, Ellie Fars. I'm going to read that all in a bit. Next time a doctor tells you your antibiotics are not working as well as they used to, remember this number. 80% of all antibiotics sold globally are pumped into farm animals, mostly to keep them alive long enough to be in cramped conditions to reach slaughter weight, not because the animals are sick, just because the system needs them to survive long enough to be profitable. And when we wonder why superbugs are, oh, no, get off that. No, I want to read that. And when we wonder why superbugs are becoming a genuine public health crisis. Two things are directly connected. The meat industry would very much prefer you not to join these dots. Does it change how you feel about your next meal knowing this? I talked about this personally on this channel a couple of times over this year, because I've saw, and actually, when you antibiotics are a wonderful thing. They're life-saving when they're used properly. You don't need antibiotics, but the animals, they drink it. The chickens have it in their drinking water, and unnecessarily, and then it's going to be, the meat industry are going to absolutely destroy the use of antibiotics, because it says it all there. And I saw that yesterday, so that's good. Oh, Jane. Or if I book something there, I'll skip. But yeah, that was the one that really got to me, to be honest with you, was about the antibiotics. It is a true thing. We've seen it. I saw it from a butchery point of view. Beef cattle. Doing. Sorry, just 1 second. Rich, okay. Barbecue refreshments. Okay, just checking something out. That's good. Sorry, guys, just be 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. Jane, you're right. I just read the chat. Sorry. Okay. Are you looking for the time off work the pets will miss you? Well, Frankie and Digby won't miss me. And my best friend's dog, who's continuously on the lead of Shane, won't miss me. I'm just changing Pixie's days to come, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, it sounds really horrible, but Drake, I do a lot. But Dimple and Drake, the two red labs you see, beautiful dogs. But I can do them 7 days a week, up to 3 times a day. I need a break. And their owners, they were away last week and they were meant to be off the next year. They're not. And I need a break, to be honest. Jane, it's the first time I've had 2 weeks off in 8 years. It's probably, to be truthful with you, it's the first time I've had 2 weeks off. 2 weeks. I'll tell you what, I don't know if I've ever told you guys about this. I don't know if I told you about Elvis. I had a tumour, benign. Let's start there. It turned out benign, but it came out the size of a tennis ball, cricket ball. It was quite big on my side. I had to take an holiday after that. I think that was in 2013. So it's the last time I've had 2 weeks, or it was more than slightly, but I'd accrued a lot of holidays, so I used them up. It's the way they do sick pay with American companies. They don't give you sick pay, but they give you days to use for whatever you want every year on top of holidays. And I used them all up to have a big time off. But Elvis was a benign tumour, but that started the size of a marble, went to the size of a ping pong ball. By the time the NHS decided to remove it, it was the size of a cricket ball, and the me for not going in earlier to get it looked at. And I said, have you seen how long I've been on the waiting list? Yeah. So that's the last time I had 2 weeks. I don't know what this experience is going to be like, but I want to spend some quality time with Frankie and Digby, and I'm taking them to the seaside for a few days. And I've got a few things to do around the house. I mean, R&V, V's not been here that much this year, but that's a personal episode. She's got family in Monmouth, but R's here all the time. But she's away until Thursday, Friday next week. So I'll get a lot done around the house up to Wednesday, because I've got skip run, service, boiler, service, and the new ob being put in on Monday, or different days, each some at different day. Then I'll have a few days at home, and then the following week is pretty much full on as well, with a few days off here and there. And I want to get Frankie to a beach or a lake, and Digby, but a day or two, that's all. Yeah, I miss the pups too, to be honest with you. But also, before I get to Jane, I will say this, it's changed over the last. My best ever period was before lockdown. And I'm doing all right, but January to September, from the second week of January, from about the 19th, say 18th to 20th of July, when they break up, until the second week of September, it's always been pretty quiet. This year has been quieter than ever. It wasn't worth working this week, just prior. It was hard going. And I was doing like one big walk of, say, 6 weeks, and then Digby and Frank in the afternoon, and maybe Lexi, my friend's dog, because he works. He's my best friend, so I help him out, with his dog. But apart from that, it is, I could take the 2 months. Financially, it's massive, but workload is not there at the moment. Honestly, it's not, because everyone's on holiday. Then I'm off for 2 weeks now, and then a group are off. Some are say, oh, by the way, we're off the week you're back. On top of, so the dogs you see, like Poppy, the big golden lab, she's a golden retriever, she won't be there for the week after, but she had a week off during the 6 weeks holidays already. So it's like this all the way through. Then others will, as soon as January goes back and the kids are out, some of those who haven't got children will be off in either September, October, so it's a very difficult one. I need the break to sort myself out, but I'll be productive at home, honestly, all the way through. Yeah, so yeah, the Lonely Falafel is going on. Right. The Lonely Flower is going to the National Animal Rights March in London in 2 weeks, but I need I need a t-shirt. What t-shirt, Matt, do you need, mate? What size are you? Not being rude, if you message me, Matt, if you can find me, how do we do it? Depends what size. I've got some brand new large tops, or You've got time if you do it quick. What kind of t-shirts? I mean, you're doing the Lonely First going to a National Animal Rights March, and I mean, NBR were at Fast today. They got some amazing t-shirts. I'm sure they could get you one in time if you go on check them out. Yeah, sorry, Jane. They often sell t-shirts at these events. They do. You could get one on the day, if not before. That is so true, Jane. Yeah, the big ones will be there, and they will have t-shirts. That's absolutely right. Jane, I was work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, basically home focused. Ty's not been too well. Not himself. He's actually led down over the side on the thing, but he's a bit needy. But he's not himself 100% at the moment. Don't know what he's okay. He's hitting an old boy. So he's chilling. I'm going to do stuff at home. I need to spend some time focused with Frankie, just Frankie, but then there's periods of time where it's me, Frankie, and Digby, and Frankie and Digby are great together. And it works all the way round. But it's something that we'll talk about another day. But I need to spend some time with Franks. I've got a bit of gardening I want to get done while the weather's nice, because it'll soon be not nice, and you don't want to go out in the garden when it's wet and muddy and all the rest. So we'll get some stuff done. I want to get bits done on the car, like might get a service. It doesn't need a service of 5,000 miles, but I might get some new tyres on it because they're getting to that stage. They need it in the next month or two, so I might as well do it when I've got the time. I want to travel, do a bit of traveling. I'm also going after the holiday, but I'm going. They've got an open day, which I'll talk about. I'm going to that. That's a video for another day. And when I talk about these videos for another day, I want to get a bit of a catalogue built up, ready to do a few more videos a week to help the channel increase in its output and views and getting people on board. I'm going to be 2 minutes, guys. I couldn't find my glass of squash. I'm really thirsty. I need a drink. I'm not going to run this down unless you want to. And if you've had enough, just say goodbye. I'll be literally 1 minute. I need to make a squash. Just couldn't find the glass when I looked for it. Never put it. I find it. The place I would never put it. I'm back. Told you I made one. I made one. I put it somewhere I would never put it. Sorry, let me just go this way. Jane, have you ever heard of 6 degrees? Have you ever heard of 6 degrees of separation? Oh, and also, this is kind of a maintenance holiday, a recharge for me, a maintenance, get things on top of the home, bit of decorating here and there, some fixtures and fittings fixed. Time with Frankie, right on top of things. I am going away for a weekend for my friend's 50th up in the peaks around bonfire night, so that'd be a nice time. And I will get away a bit, but I won't be getting up the lakes, which I would like to have done. Can't imagine an estimate. Don't think I can. I think my weekends are busy, and then I got too much problems doing that. Sorry, let's get back. 6 degrees of separation. Jane, you will know someone. So, and you said about Matt and the lonely falafel. The theory is you're only 6 people away from knowing everyone in the world, because you will know some. I'll give an example here. I know Dick Strawbridge, Euphony Whittingstall. Dick Strawbridge, Euphony Whittingstall. What was I going to say? I was going to say someone else. Jim Hamilton. What was I going to say? There was someone in my head. Dick Francis, Euphony Whittingstall. Jim Hamilton, he's a rugby player. He was captain of Scotland for a while. And let's go. Euphony Whittingstall. Dick Francis, Dick Strawbridge. I think. I know Kate Fortin very well. Kate Fortin. I need 2 more to get the 6 degrees of separation out there. Do I know? Oh, do I actually know? All right. Matt Pritchard, Dirty Sanchez. Who else do I know? I don't want to go down the obvious route and I don't want to make it too hard either. Who else do I really know? One more. Then we'll go into it. Pick Strawbridge, Maxwell. Right. That's 5. I just need 1 more. Someone you'd know, though, not that, someone that would almost an household name. I knew. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm going to put one out there. I haven't spoken to him in 10 plus years, but Jamie Oliver. Okay, but we had a number of conversations in the past. So you take Jim Hamilton. He's a rugby player, so he knows all these people. But he played Gloucester with Mike Tyndall. Mike Tyndall's married to Zara Phillips. Zara Phillips' mum is Princess Anne. So Princess Anne is the sister to the King Charles. Now, if you take that alone, King Charles knows, and it goes round and round and round, and they reckon within 6 people, you know everyone in the world. So it never surprises me when 2 people know each other. That's what I was getting at. But that's a short version, which I went on a roundabout tour off and then made it very quick ending. Sorry about that. But yeah. Oh, you've just looked it up. Okay. Oh, and I know the Dalai Lama. Oh. Only because it started because I used to support the Tibet Relief Fund before I got the letter from the Chinese embassy telling me that I supported a terrorist organisation. Don't demonetise me for this. I'm just saying what they said. So, Jane, you only got to know a few people, as you've read. Obscurely. It could be someone you went to school with. I'll give you an example. I know we haven't met, but you know a lot about me. But say we mates, but what you know, if you met me and we know each other at that level, then everyone I know opens, and then everyone you know opens up, and it just, and you'll find you may know someone who knows Dick Strawbridge, for example. And our paths have crossed a number of times over the years in different ways, really strangely, but that's how it goes. Like paths of ships in the night, sort of thing. But you would know someone who knows Dick Strawbridge, and it just goes that way, and it just goes all the way around. Amazing seeing as there's 8 billion people in the world, isn't there? Yeah, that was a bit of a waffle. Oh, less quickly. Do you know what? It's getting on. We've done 2 hours, but I did say we talk. Come on, let's talk about fruits then. And I'll start off today. This week I had what I haven't had in ages, apricots, and this week I've had my strawberry. I've become the last 6 months, I'm more strawberry orientated than I've ever been. Raspberries over strawberries. At the moment, it's strawberries over raspberries, but there's a reason for this. I have prunes in that shop. I'll do a little thing. I only picked 4 things up from Grape Tree. I will say the young lady that was behind the counter was amazing. She was really nice, polite, and all the rest. What I didn't realise is I scanned 4 things at Grape Tree. I clocked the prices. I went, paid for it, got out. Said, do you want a receipt? I said no. And then I realised when I got home, we went through, as it frequently happens in Grape Tree, because I say that's happened twice before and I should have picked up, but I haven't been for such a long time. It overpriced me because the price it says on the counter on the thing is not always what it goes scan through, and it didn't scan through. I think I overpaid like £5 for 4 items. I bought the big packs. There were a few things I wanted to buy, but because of the diet thing at the moment, like the rice crackers, I didn't because they were gone. But I got some mixed seeds. I've got some edamame beans, really nice, sorted, and then calorie advice, edamame beans. I got a broth soup mix, and I got something else I honestly can't say off the top of it because it's away for September. Stocked up. But then I did the Tesco shop. You saw I had prune figs. So I've had some dry figs. I've not had them in age. Love them with my yogurt. Goji berries. Never ever had them before this week. I've absolutely fallen from Jane. I can't describe. Just on their own, a few in your mouth, chewing. It's like a toffee. Much nice. Because they use dates when they do sticky toffee pudding to make the taste of that caramel taste is from sticky toffee, from dates. Goji berries, I'm glad they're a superfood because they're up another level. They really are. They are a super, but I don't want to ruin the food. They are really good. So that was a pleasant experience. But I've had my banana. Do you know my most staple thing? I guess my back is only just last week was a shorter video like this, and I'd already been in a lot of pain. But I'm doing the training, and my back's just started to ache, lynching over. So it's getting better. Time tells it's getting better. Goji berries are worth it. My most staple. I like a good apple. I usually have a Brayburn, to be honest. I like a pink lady, but they're expensive. I only picked the Golden Delicious up because I haven't had one yet, but I've got 12 Golden Delicious to eat. And yeah, I like a nice pear. I'm going to have a glut off my pear tree. I'll check them out in a couple of weeks because if they're getting there, I might take some to Fars. Fruits amazing. I mean, I've never tried. I don't think I've never had that one, which is I've never. Oh, I've not had papaya, dragon fruit. I can't. I've never had dragon fruit. That one that cuts and it's like starship. I've never had it. I want to try them at some stage, but they were all really priced. But at the moment, I'm really in a melon phase, and I've got a great big melon. But the only reason I haven't, I'll start it tomorrow is because I want room in the fridge. Because I've had a few fruit flies in the kitchen. The fruit the last few days. Good delicious apples, dates, strawberry. I always have dates, to be honest, but dates, strawberries, and blueberries. But no, I don't love them. I don't like them. I don't love them, but I like them. Goji berries. I'll tell you what, Jane, they're not cheap. I think $4.95 for a bag, 200 gram. They are. I'm only putting like 5 grams or so in the yogurt, but it makes a difference because like having a toffee in with your yogurt. Honestly, bananas are just a staple though. 105 calories for a medium banana. I'm having 2 a day at the moment. They are a staple. They're good for you in different ways. I've always got blueberries in the freezer. The trouble is when fruit goes into and I bought blueberries frozen. When they go in the freezer, I've got cherries in the freezer, blueberries in the freezer. I need to use some freezer stuff up, to be honest with you. I've got cherries, blueberries. I've got other fruits in there. I've got some frozen bananas in there as well. Jane, they'd be nice covered in chocolate, I bet. Quite possibly, young lady, quite possibly, but I don't want to go down that route for another 2 weeks. I like them, but can't be bothered with the prep. Oh, right. Okay. What I've been doing with the yogurt, because I'm having the yogurt and I put straw, I take a slice. When you've got the ends, there are no seeds, so remember that. And then I will then just get a spoon, scrape it around the inside, and then go in with a sharp knife around the edge, and then just dice it. It takes a minute. One of the videos I'll do next week is I'll do my breakfast bowl. And it'll be you. The bowl I'm using is the biggest bowls. I mean, I've got these 2 beautiful pop bowls. I bought them back 3 years ago on a trade store, 2.5, almost 3 years ago. I know when I bought them, it was in the forest thing. There was a winter time. There was a trade store, and she had these 2 bowls. One of my friends, and it was her friend's store. And I got these 2 bowls. How much are those 2? I bought them. Sure. What do you want them for? I said, I don't know, but I will find a use for them. And I haven't used them for over 2 years. But they've never been used so much since the last 30 days. But I'm using them daily. They're too big. And I'll show you the bowls. They're beautifully done and made. You know, I've got a nice picture of glazed. It's like this is my favourite cup. And I got this from a vegan market because the trade started in the vegan trade fair. And it was next door to the Viva store, and I got this. It's got this stamp on it. But the cup, I got to be honest, I've had this cup 4 or 5 years. It was £20. I thought it's a lot of money, but I like it. So it's my teacup, my cup of tea cup for general. But I've got some amazing cups. I'll tell you what, if you remind me next week, I've got some amazing cups. I'll show you them. I'll show you. We do my cup collection next week to kill 10 minutes because it's quite an amazing collection. I've got ones about dogs, veganism, all sorts. You like them? I try, and some very decorative ones. Yeah, but I'm quite lazy. They also sell it prep, but don't honestly. So I make this big bowl. It takes less than 5 minutes. It's a huge bowl, and it's under 500 calories. And it can be under 300 calories, but I put my mixed seeds in, whether it's poppy seeds or the hemp seeds or the hemp and flax mixed, or the goji berries or the mixed full seeds, Lynn. And I've got the different. I boost it up with them. Yes, they're calorific in a sense, but they're good for the omegas and what have you. So I do it that way as well. Don't knock yourself for being lazy. You've earned the right to be. No. And it's not lazy. It's just efficient. Different efficiency with your time. You decide that's what you want to do. But honestly, it's such a quick and easy thing. So what I do is I cut the slice. I've got these like silicone pads. I put it on the end and I put it in the fridge. I don't like it drying out, but I can't. If I've realised at the moment with the fruit, they're getting fruit flies pretty frequently. So I was putting it in a bowl upside down, and then swirling it. That is a bit extra. So I want room in it because it's a great big. It's about that big. I just want room in the fridge, which I've got now. So I'll probably use it tomorrow morning and start that way. What I should do is prep the old melon up in one go and put it in the container. I've got these nice storage containers, but I don't because I'm lazy then, Jane. I should prep it all up. And the smaller melons are quite easy, a lot less work, But I haven't got any smaller melons at the moment. They were good price as the last week, not last week, the week before. So I don't know. I went in North Chance, walked out with 2 melons for £1 each. Only garlements, but they were perfect. Really into my melons at the moment, which I've never been. Strawberries are right up there. Melons, bananas are always up there. Apple, I like them. Apple, sliced up, what have you. Do it different ways. But yeah. Well, we've been going for 2 hours and 10, 11, almost 12 minutes. We're going to wrap this up in 10 minutes. So if you've got any, I appreciate you all. If you haven't and you've got this far, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps. It does. It really does help YouTube realise. And the stats are coming through and they're giving me some ideas, and it's really good. And you guys don't realise how much it gave me the insight, and it boosts me up because there are 8 of you now, and it's been quite frequent. Last week, I think we peaked at 7 or 8 in one go, but we've had up to 10 at a time, and it really does help them to project it out so that next week they'll let more people see it. Charlotte, hello, hope you had a nice day. Oh, Charlotte, G28. I had a lovely day there. The open day was really, really good. To be honest with you, it was a greater day. I just saw the figures, as I know Jane did. We did some good take-ins there today for the sanctuary. Very good take-ins. I think it said best for one day. We've done the open day over 2 days before, but it's really worth it. It was worth doing. It's a long day, so basically I've been up and running since 7 o'clock this morning, and it's now 10:15. So I'm going to unwind with a cup of tea, peppermint tea, no caffeine, because I've been off that for a while, chilling out. But yeah, hope I can get to it. Oh, it'd be lovely if you did. Whereabouts are you based, Charlotte? Yeah, there might be some chocolate-covered cranberries. Oh, lovely. They sell them in on and Bar. Okay. I will check them out after August is finished, Jane, but not before. And Birmingham, okay. If you don't drive, the trains aren't too bad, but there is a bit. Be surprised there were people there who were getting trains and what have you. So I don't know what to say. But Birmingham's not too far away, is it? If you get the chance, I know they will do. It's not the same because of the time of year, but they do just so you know, Charlotte. They do a wreath making course over a couple of weekends. And then run up to Christmas, you can have a nice decorative wreath, but you can actually go and meet all the animals, and it's worth doing. But yeah, Charlotte is quite close to Fars, but Jane, as you know, we don't know the circumstances. Charlotte, travel is the one thing, isn't it? Charlotte, I can assure you, if you follow the channel, this channel that is, that over the course, I will give you the updates of anything that comes up. There's one thing I can't talk to you about, but because it's a close thing. Nice. or Charlotte, you can always say, can you pick me up? I don't know what train station is the nearest one, but I know some people went by train. And, you'll find the vegan community is really good. Just obviously, I'm going to say this now because I don't know inside. Always stay safe and take care of yourself. Be very careful, but you will find people that will help you get lifts to and from train stations and what have you. But obviously, safety first when I say that. But yeah, and if you can get your sister to come along as well. I mean, it changes. We're gonna have a bit of a meeting at some stage, I'm sure. Sometimes there's a spring one. Oh, in Charlotte, we do gatherings. You might want to go to. I will shout them out. The ones there'll be meals out. I mean, I missed the one. I missed the one before Christmas. We have some times we catch up and do not at the sanctuary, but there's the founders and supporters in that, and everyone's welcome. We go out for a vegan meal somewhere here and there. Sometimes, like Worcester, for example, if we go to Worcester, I mean, we went, but the VFC is not there now. But they know where the good food places are, and they'll have a meetup, and it's a nice atmosphere, beautiful meal, and you can get a train from Birmingham to Worcester, not too expensive, and you can get one back. That is kind of perfect. I will let you know. Yeah, but as for the animals, they do. I say they, because even though I volunteer, I don't volunteer enough there to say. But there are you can go to see the animals at different at weekends and what have you, especially, and there are set times. I'll get all the details up on it, and you will meet fellow vegan because anyone who's there will be a vegan, and the cows. Yeah, but yeah, we do what we can. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Charlotte, and thank you for your comments. They're really appreciated. Please don't take this the wrong way. There's a lot of different waffle and feedback, and if you go right to the very beginning, it might not let you see it tonight because there's sometimes a delay. But everything of this video you can watch, and you will find out bits and pieces. There's a lot of waffle in there, to be honest, but that's what it's about, isn't it? And people like Jane and Matt, they tolerate my waffle. And people don't always get the chance. Like Ali is usually on board; she's not there. And Jacqueline's usually on board; she's not been on time, but she will watch it, I know, and will make a comment. Then, if I suggest just a 2-hour video plus, go back and watch it because we cover a lot of the bases, and I sometimes start off and go through things and then go back to it, and you'll get to see. I've had Dana know my willpower is not this good, but I've still got my Homer donut from camp today and my Biscoff. And it's a cheater. They won't see Sunday. I'm not going to stuff my face with you guys on here. Jane. Is vegan. No one in my family is veggie, let alone vegan. Jane. But you are doing the right thing. I had a cousin, her husband, and their son were all vegan. And now they're on Instagram too. They were on Instagram with all, doing different things. I never told them about fasting, to be honest with you, because and then, when it changes, when they goes, oh, are you still doing your vegan thing? I mean, vegan thing is not a vegan thing. And they're all showing there's nothing worse than and infuriating than when you see them eating sushi. It happens, and that is worse to me. That's worse than. Just a second. I'll read your comments in a sec. Trying to find. Sorry, I've got to go. I have to go sneaky because I don't follow them anymore. So I'll catch you in the comments. go through that in a minute. Oh, then just go through something. Then Charlotte put a post up while we've been online. Today's open day in Bingham Fair left us absolutely glowing. We welcome the highest number of visitors we've ever had, and our arts are so full. To every single person who came along, thank you. Your support keeps our little sanctuary going in ways words never quite capture. We love seeing so many familiar, loyal faces returning to us, bringing that sense of family we treasure so much. And to all the newbies who stepped through our gates for the first time, welcome. We hope you felt the magic of the place and the animals they call out when they do sheep pigs. I'm not going to, all the emojis. Thank you for the thoughtful gifts you brought animals for the day. Yeah, and there was some amazing. I saw some amazing. They soaked up every bit of the attention from their human friends today, and of course Tom Bombadil. Sorry, it's just Tom to me. Stole the show. Yeah, he did. Our tiny new rescue piglet had his first ever event, and he was brilliant, charming everyone, trotting around with eager confidence, and now fast asleep, absolutely pooped, and away with the fairies. From all of us, thank you for showing up, for caring, and for helping us continue work you make days like possible. Fars do have a Facebook page, please, and it's like that one. There's another company, don't call it another charity with it, but Farm Animal Rescue Sanctuary, and they have a badge circled with sheep and a sheep and a pig under a multicoloured umbrella with the word Fars on. Yeah, where am I going there? So that was a nice message, but that was what I'm going for. I was going down a rabbit hole I don't need to. It's too late in the night. So, Fars is open every Saturday, Sunday from 1 to 2 for a £5 suggested donation. Yeah, I think it is worth going to any time, but I will let you know when the craft. There are different things, different social things where, if it's not on site, you won't meet the animals, but you'll meet the people, and that's a great start. But the animals are very important, and we can get you along. I'll be there next Sunday because I can't do the Saturday, I realise, and we would just go around and do chat and do. But yeah, my sister went vegan after I was sharing a lot of videos, and one of them got to about dairy. It's been a few years now, and she's very passionate. Please go back. We talk about this, and part of the thing about the what you've done there is up someone else, which means less animals are getting put through the torturous. That's a great. I will try to arrange a visit and then a definite date. Thank you, but you get opportunities, and I do give shout outs every Saturday night on this. And Charlotte, just next Saturday's the first one in 6 weeks or so, which won't be a Saturday, but it will be probably Friday night or Sunday. I'll get back in the week, and I'll give you plenty of notice. I promise, everyone. There's also the Rescue Ranch, which is quite close to Farsley, much smaller site, but vegan run. Goats, sheep, dogs, and mice. Yes, and I will check them out because they will need help. I've not heard of that one. I'll make a note. Thank you. Massive well done, Charlotte, for helping your sister COVID. Yeah. Oh, well, your family get there one day. Okay. We can only try. You're all right. You're all right. And I say, Charlotte, you've done an amazing thing, your sister. I mean, I don't want to say Jane at the end of the video and ask her, but the way I do it, is I make a meal for I give it to my son-in-law and my daughter and son-in-law, and it works for us. You know what I mean? They eat a couple of meals a week that are definitely. And I left them with the other two bonus. They had the lemon, and my daughter had the cookie dough. I'm not complaining. I love the aroma and the biscuit. I thought my daughter would have this. She had the biscuit. She had the cookie dough. She's not had it before, but nor have I. I didn't know, and I'd got to. But don't be a twat, Harriet. You know what? We can only try, but every meal helps. Is the way I look at it. Every meal makes a slight difference. We just need to do more. Yeah, so I'm going to wrap this up, guys, because it's one of the longest ones we've ever done. But we'll be back next weekend on a live. Let's say it's Friday night, I should imagine. If you've got any recommendations, watch Friday or Saturday. Charlotte, please don't. If you get bored and you've got time, what you can always do, and I do this, if you've got an hour spare, just to have it on as a podcast on headphones if need be. But just try and watch if you want. Next week, I mean, I don't know. I do it in the morning. I'll let you know which day it is because I don't want to, because things happen in life. Like this morning, I did a little post out there. It's going to be tonight. It will be every Saturday night. I did say that I'm going to make them slightly later, purely because it doesn't build up for the first half either. The winter is going to be, autumn and winter is different, but for the next number of weeks, month or so, I can imagine we're going to go to 8:30 just to get the ball rolling a bit later, because when it's dark, I won't be in earlier. I'm glad that they respect, at least respect. I don't feel outcast of the families, which is so sad. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a different way of living for us, isn't it? And we do. My daughter respects my decision. My son-in-law, I think they love the fact that they actually like the fact that they're getting healthy meals, which aren't, they just like the healthy meal side of things, to be honest. Good night, Jane. I'm going to as well. So thank you, everyone. I know there's 6 watching. Please, all I say is, if you got this far and you haven't, give it a thumbs up. It really helps. It really, really does help with the algorithm. Something you get used to. The weekly vegan food shop, the book reviews, which are going to come in back, the cooking, the meal of the day shorts and the dog walk shorts, they all help. Honestly, just a thumbs up. I'll be doing about the donation safars early this coming week, and everything vegan basically. Please subscribe. It really helps the channel get out there. But yeah, I'm sorry you got late. I hope you have a nice rest of the weekend. Thank you, Charlotte. You take care. Thank you for your comments. It's really appreciated. Make sure you just check out, appreciate it. Every bit helps. Honestly, every little bit helps. It really does, Charlotte. And it's not your fault you got here late. Have a wonderful weekend. If you want to, go back and check. I try not to bore with this. I can't change what's already gone, but I think there are a few interesting bits and pieces in there. And there's another open day, Charlotte, and I'll give you the details on it in the coming week at the end of the month. Charity, but it's another vegan animal sanctuary, and I want to do it properly, give it justice. So I'll do that sometime next week, if not next Saturday, like live. Okay. To be honest with you, on this one, I did 2 short videos of Tom. I didn't go around on the tours because I was up and out on the stalls quite a bit, to be honest with you, and getting refreshments for those, doing the stores as well. I wasn't cooking this year, and I didn't cook last year. Get back to that. But there'll be a few bits I'll do on cars, but not. I'm going to talk to one of the volunteers, Lenka, because she's got some. We got some great videos of some of all the animals, but especially Piglet Tom. And I've got a few videos, but I tell you what, I will do, Charlotte. I'm there next Sunday. I'll do a more in-depth video recording of a few things, and I'll leave a camera rolling here and there, and we'll get a few videos out. And over the next 2 weeks from far, so I'm back up there. Some of my in-laws are very sure they sometimes make jokes about dead animals. Do you know what, Jane? I think because, to be honest with you, I've got a slightly different. I got to get on with all my family, but I think because I was a butcher for so long, and after a year or so being vegan, they were like, "Yeah, I'm not going to mess with this," because they couldn't give me any grief because I've seen it all, Whereas people are just, their defensive mechanisms is to get their backs up and make stupid, frequently ludicrous comments, aren't they? And it's easy to say, let it wash up, let it brush over. It's not, because it sticks in your mind. But I will say this, Jane, and this is true. And I'm the same. I can get wound up, but I can assure you, if someone says something to upset you and they do it deliberately to upset you, if you're thinking it after that day about it, they win because they're never thinking about it again, but they've got into your head and then into your mind. You just got to let them go. You know what they are, you know what they're about. And the word disrespectful just sums it up. Have nothing to do with them if you can. I know it can be. I know it can be difficult when it's family, even if it's from the in-law side, the husband side. You just got to let them detach yourself from them as much as you can. Easier said than done, I know, but just trying to. I mean, some people think I'm brutal now because sometimes in life I'm just like yes or no, and it's just yes or no. And if it's a no, I won't change on it. I can't be bothered anymore because we don't. Some of my in-laws. I mean, we'll talk about it a bit like this next week because I've had some massive falling outs with my father-in-law over the years, and huge fallouts. Not over being general, but I stuck to my guns, and then he, you know, wonders what he's done wrong. And I'll talk about my. I'll tell you what, Jane. Please mention. Just say you're falling out with family or father-in-law if you remember next week, and I'll go into it a little bit, and I'll give you an example. I'll give you some barbaric examples, but it's all truthful, and that's why I'll put it on here because no one can. I'll just give you the truth, and if any family member sees it, they know it's the truth. So it's not. I mean, if he wants to find me, go for it. I've actually got proof from a vial. But the first thing I ever did, and I want to go into this next week because I'll tell you exactly what I did. Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what I did next week, Jane, because it's late and we're going to bed, haven't we? It's 2.5 hours. Mention my father-in-law next week. We did. I'll do a little bit more on the fruit. Sorry, Charlotte. We did veg last week. We'll do a bit more on the fruit because we didn't really go into fruit this week. And then I'm going to do my 10 key essential foods, and you can do yours as well. What you want 10 food items or vegan items we use every single week. We'll do that as well. We've got time next week, and I'll do my favorite. I'll go through a few bits because it'll give you examples of what I did, experience, and because I know what a vile human being he can be. Exactly, I'll go through what I did, and it opens up. And there are nasty, toxic people all over the world, unfortunately. Now, we've all been through a lot, Charlotte, but I'm going to wrap this up now, guys. Thank you so much, all of you. The 8 that's still, I really do appreciate it. But yeah, next week we do Friday. It'll be 8:30, just to give it a bit later, just because people Friday I'm off, so I could do 8 o'clock. I might do 8 o'clock actually, and we'll just see how it goes. Yeah, let's not change the time because we can continue. Yes, we will, Charlotte. Take care, stay safe, give a thumbs up, subscribe if it's something you can get used to, and have a wonderful weekend. There'll be a video out early next week, and the shorts are daily. So please take care, stay safe. Thanks again. Bye.